Alright, hey guys, I'm Dante or Damos, and we're back with some more Inktober. And today it's gonna be the last video of Inktober 2021. So this will be week 4, and we're gonna be going through days 24 through 31. Alright, so for day 24, the prompt was extinct. And for this one, I tried to think of things for this, and I really couldn't think too much on it. I was like, maybe I should just draw a dinosaur, but I'm sure like a million other people are gonna draw a dinosaur. So I was like, okay, well, what other things are extinct? So I thought on it. I was like, aren't dodos extinct? And I was like, I'm gonna draw a fucking dodo. So I drew a fucking dodo. It wasn't wasn't really complicated. I just looked it up. It looks really simple, to be honest. And I actually really like how it turned out. It's just super simplistic and super derpy, and I really like it actually. I kind of messed with some brushes to make it look like it's a little textured a little bit, but yeah, I think it came out well, even though it's so simple and stupid. All right, day 25 was Splat, and for this one, could not think of anything good for this prompt. I did not like the prompt. Couldn't think of anything. Oh well, now literally now, damn it! Literally now, I just came up with an idea like as I'm saying this. So I was thinking of Splat, and I was like, something falling down, and probably could have drawn like Gamora. Anyway, I was just only thing I could think of was like blood splatter. So I was like, okay, blood splatter, and like think on splatter and stuff. I was thinking about like I've been writing this like story kind of thing like on and off for a long time, and like I was thinking of this scene that I was writing. I was like, I think it would be good to like have visuals for it instead of it all being in my head. So I kind of do it, and kind of wanted to practice it a bit, like scenery. It did not turn out well at all, to be honest, but practice makes perfect, so I had to try it at least. All right, day 26 was connect. And for this one, it took me a little while to come up with it, but eventually I thought about the anime Princess Connect Redive. Then I was like, okay, so maybe I'll just draw a character from there. So I thought on the characters from there that I really like, and I really liked Pecorine, so I drew Pecorine. You can see that her crown only has 3 little prongs in my picture, but like that's because the picture I was using as reference only had 3, and it's supposed to have 5 actually. I guess like the picture I was looking for reference was like some sort of frame for animation or something. I'm not sure, but either way, I already drew it, so I just put 3. And also, I actually went back on this. I finished it. Then the next day, I was like, I think I can make this even better. And what I did actually is I think I added more shading and more reflection in it, and it made it look a lot better. So I think that was definitely like improvement on my part. All right, day 27 was Spark. And for this one, I had to think a little bit about it. And what came to mind was the Pokemon move, Spark. And like one of the Pokemon that I know, like I used that had Spark was Shinx. And with the Diamond and Pearl remakes coming out, I was like, let's draw Shinx. I really like Shinx. Looked up like how the gender differences are, and I wanted to make him a boy. So I saw that apparently I think the paws, if I remember off the top of my head, this part doesn't matter, but like the paws are like different color fur or something. But the main thing was that the tuft on his head, the little hair furry thing, it goes over his ears. It's taller than his ears. But if it's a female, then it goes under. So I made sure to pay attention to that. Um, I like how it turned out though. This one I also went back on it, just like the last one. So I drew it. Next day I was like, I can make this better. So I put more shading, put more like reflection in the eyes, that kind of thing. And I think I even increased the little bolts, made it a little thicker, to actually look more electricy. So yeah, but yeah, I liked how I went back on it and said I could improve. So I think that was definitely progress on my part, and I think it turned out pretty well. All right, so day 28, the prompt was crispy, and this prompt I hated. I did not like the prompt. I could not think of anything, so or at least not anything I really really wanted to draw. So I had to think on it for a while, and I was thinking about things that are crispy, and I was thinking about like breaded things. And I remember I recently watched the anime, or I didn't finish it yet, but I watched a few episodes of it. Is the anime Restaurant to Another World, and in one of that episodes they made minced meat cutlets, and it looked really good. So I was like, let's draw that. And it was kind of like one of my lazy days. I was like, I'm too tired to do anything super like full of effort. So I just drew them. I could have like made an actual background and stuff, but like I just kind of drew them real quick, and I actually really like how they turned out despite me putting in low effort. All right, day 29 was patch. This one took a little while, but eventually I figured on what I wanted to do. At first, when I think patch, I was thinking like a patch for a game, like, oh, there's a new update for this game kind of thing. But, that doesn't make sense. How am I supposed to draw that? And then I was like, okay, what else is a patch? And I was thinking like an actual, like, patch, like, thing. You put that little thing, you stick the thing on a thing. I don't even know how to explain it, to be honest. But I was like, I don't think I want to draw something like that. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, an eye patch. And I was like, eye patch, pirates. And I was like, pirates, Marine. So I drew Hosho Marine. And she's like probably my favorite Hololive member. I've unfortunately fallen down the Hololive rabbit hole. So I just drew a quick little chibi Marine. And I like how it turned out. All right, day 30 was Slither, and of course, when I think Slither, I thought snakes, and for a while I was thinking on what exactly to draw, and for a while I was going to just full on just draw Arbok, the Pokemon, but like, it was kind of like, I couldn't think of how I wanted to draw it, if that makes sense. Like, it's really like boring to draw. I couldn't think of anything it was doing or something, I was just like, I don't really know what to do, so I kind of thought about snakes for a while, and I was like, what other snakes are there? And I thought about um this is a long ass title, but I'll just cut it short. My next life as a villainess. And I watched this anime recently, and apparently this is season two. Like, as soon as I finished the first season, I was like, oh hey, I want to watch season two. It's still coming out, so I was like, I'll wait on it. But anyways, back to the drawing. There's a little bit of a plot line where like one of the princes is afraid of snakes, so Katarina keeps a fake snake on her just to scare him. So I kind of drew that. I was gonna draw like a full like bigger like full body like picture with Katarina in it, actual like face. I wanted her to be like holding it off to the side and her hand on her hip and have like a smug face, but I actually didn't have time for it. It was like really late. I was doing this. Usually I do this, I draw them the day before because like, it takes a while to do this stuff, and it helps me like relax and I'm not like on as much of a clock. So yeah, but like I was doing this the day of, and so I was like, okay, fuck, I gotta do this quick. I don't think I can do this on time if I do it like a full body picture. So I just kind of drew her hand off to the side and just a little fake snake. But despite me having to cut it short, I actually like how it turned out for the most part. I think I definitely could have done better with the shading, but I think it's still pretty good. All right, so day 31, the last day of Inktober. Also, Halloween was Risk, and I hated this prompt, to be honest. I really couldn't think of anything with Risk because I don't know, just I don't think of a picture when it comes to Risk. The only thing I could think of was Risk of Rain, the game, but I'm not super into that game, and I couldn't really think of anything I wanted to draw from that game. So I that was off the table for me. So I was like, okay, Risk, 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 and I was like, risk it for the biscuit. And I thought about that for a while. I was like, I have an idea. So I came up with this. It was just me just holding a little cute little biscuit boy. And the risk was for the biscuit. And I don't know, I just kind of thought of like a biscuit monster, like, hey, I'm risking risking just holding this thing. But then there's like a biscuit monster. I don't know. I just end of the day I came up with this, and I actually like how it turned out. I actually had to draw this like last second. I did this the day of on Halloween, and I was like, fuck, I gotta draw this because like I was kind of waiting. I was like, maybe I'll come up with something better, but I didn't. But I still actually like how it turned out, and I think like I've gotten to the point where like drawing this like, I guess OC, where it's like kind of natural for me now, and I don't really need to look too much at like source or whatever of my previous drawings, that kind of thing. So I think that's good. That's improvement there. But I like how it turned out for the most part. But I think definitely the lowest effort part of it was the monster biscuit in the back. At the end of the day, though, I like how it turned out, and I am fucking glad to have finally finished Inktober. So I actually made it like all 31 days, so I am kind of proud of that. And definitely, I think that I have improved my art, which is what was my goal for Inktober. I think I said it in the first video. I think I even have it in every description, but like Inktober really meant to be done with pen and paper, but like I'm doing it in like digital media art because that's kind of my weaker point, and I wanted to learn more on that. So like I do Inktober to improve, basically. I think I did definitely achieve my goal though. So I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. I'm pretty sick of drawing, unfortunately, though. As a result, I definitely want to rest and like take a break for a little while. But I actually do like in my head, I want to like draw more. Like I have ideas. Like I'm like I guess more confident in it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can draw. I can do this kind of thing. I'm not sure if I'll participate next year, to be honest, considering how this year went, especially with how shitty the prompts were this year. I really disliked the prompts this year. I usually they're pretty decent, pretty good actually. To be honest, I usually have a good time figuring out what I want to draw. But this year I had so much trouble thinking of like every other day I was like I don't know what to draw for this prompt, basically. So yeah, I did not like the prompts this year. So hopefully like next year the prompts are better. But like I'm thinking maybe I won't actually do the whole of Inktober. Maybe I'll just like kind of like handpick the prompts and be like, I like this day. I'll draw something for this day, but I won't do the whole 31 days. I think that would be like a good compromise. So then I probably won't, put a video out for every week. I'll probably put it for the whole month after the month's over, that kind of thing. But anyways, yeah, that's it for Inktober. But anyways, I guess that's gonna wrap things up. I'm not really sure how to close this out, but thank you guys for watching and tuning in and all that. I post all of these on Instagram, so check those out. Link is in the description. Same thing with Twitter and also Twitch. And I even have a Deviant art if you want to check that out. I don't really post on that, but maybe like now that the month's over, I'll post all my Inktober stuff on there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.